This is Jared Horak for today's RacingDigest.com. My Today's Racing Digest video series continues Saturday, May 25th, 2019. We're going to look at 3 stakes races from Santa Anita Park. But before we do, let's look back last week. Black Eyed Susan Day, we did a live on-site video for today's Racing Digest. We did 3 stakes races, including the Black Eyed Susan Stakes, and we went 3 for 3 with our top choices. So all 3, we swept those 3 races, including a point of honor in the Black Eyed Susan Stakes. Let's see if we can go 3 for 3 again at Santa Anita Park this week. We'll start with the 5th race, the Grade 3 Daytona, 5 furlongs on the turf course. Brando the Bartender will be the first one I'll mention. He's 5-2. He's your second choice. And you gotta like this horse. He just tries hard every time. Doesn't matter if he's sprinting, if he's routing, if he's running on turf, or if he's running on dirt. He just gives a good, solid effort each and every time. Now this time he's turning back in his 3rd race after a layoff. And he did win in 2018 a pair of turf sprint stakes races at this distance, and including one on October 20th of last year when he earned a 96 fire number, the fire number for today's Racing Digest, speed throughout a race, and then he earned a 146 final rating. So if he can run that kind of race, he could be tough. He needs pace help. He's probably going to finish somewhere in the top 3 just because he's so consistent. But I'm going to go with number 3, your morning line favorite, Eddie Haskell, because he loves this distance. He's 9-5 on the morning line. He's won 6 races at this 5 furlong distance. Now, last time out, he finished 2nd, but that was in a downhill sprint, and he always loses down the hill. It's just a little bit too far for him. But cutting back to 5 furlongs at his best distance, he's going to stalk the pace. He drew well. Kent DeSormo has been riding well recently, and I think he could easily win this race. He deserves to be the favorite. And he did win a local 5 furlong turf race. That was on February 22nd. And he got a 100 fire number and a 152 final rating. If he just runs back to that, he's going to win this race. He'll stalk the pace. He'll get the jump on Brando the Bartender, and he'll win. If the pace heats up, Brando the Bartender would have a better chance. Let's jump over to the 7th race from Santa Anita, the Grade 2 Charles Whittingham Stakes. 1.25 miles on the turf course. Some of the contenders in here. Number 1, Prime Attraction. He's 3-1 morning line. He's probably one to catch. He's one I don't trust. He hasn't won in a long time, but he has back class. He's always in these big races on turf and dirt, and sometimes he's able to get out there and control the pace. Sometimes he runs well, sometimes he doesn't. This is a race where I think he can control the pace. Kent DeSormo is going to ride. He's got the inside post. They have to go, I think, from the inside. They need to go and get this horse on the lead and just play catch me if you can. If he's not good enough, he's not good enough. But put him on the lead in here and give him every chance to win. Like I said, there's not a lot of pace in here, and he hasn't won in a while. But if he can get out there and control the pace, he has the back class to win this race. Number 3, Marquis Water, probably the one I would trust the most in this race. He's 5-2 morning line. He likes this turf course. And he does exit a nice win in an optional claiming race. I made him my top choice that day at 1 mile and 1/8. That was on April 28th. He got a 144 CPR. The CPR is the comprehensive performance rating, which takes into account pace, final time, and closing fraction, a number exclusive to today's Racing Digest. And he got his last fraction in 23.3 seconds. Now, if you go back to last year, he won a race at Santa Anita on the turf course at 1.25 miles. So the distance shouldn't be an issue. He's got enough tactical speed to work out a trip. He's sharp. I think he's the one to beat in here. But from a value standpoint, I'm going to go with number 5, United. I'm looking for a new face. I've seen a lot of these horses, Prime Attraction, Marquis Water, Ashley Loves Sugar. We've seen a lot of these horses compete in these kind of races. None of them are world beaters. And maybe number 5, United at 6-1 as a fresh face could do something here. A couple starts back, won a nice race, a 1 mile entry-level allowance race on April 6th. He got a 155 CPR, his last fraction in 23.4 seconds. Last time out, missed by a length, again at 1 mile. That was on May 4th, and he only got a 136 CPR. He ran better a couple starts back. He sure acts like he could go further than a mile. So I think 1.25 miles might not be a big bother. Flavien Prat gets aboard for trainer Richard Mandella. Flavien Prat, one of the best turf riders on the grounds at Santa Anita, and I think that United's worth a play at 6-1. Finally, the 8th race at Santa Anita, the Grade 2 Triple Bend. 7 furlongs on the main track. Some of the contenders in here. Number 2, Sistron. Last time out, and he was 7-2 for this race, but last time out he switched to the dirt. He had been running in turf sprints. He faced 4 runners in the Grade 2 Kona Gold, and he got loose on the lead. He was just able to get out there. None of those horses wanted the lead. He cleared early, no problems, and he won easily, getting a 159 final rating. He's facing a deeper field here with some more speed and some more quality opponents in this race, and I think that don't take too short of a price. I wouldn't be shocked if he ran well. He is sharp. But there are other horses that are going to challenge him here. They're not just going to let him go, including 2 horses from trainer Bob Baffert, starting with number 5, Nero. He's 5-1 morning line. And last time out, he looked good, winning a 1-mile race. He beat El Huerfano on March 30th. That horse was a next out winner. And he did earn his career best final rating of 138. And he has multiple bullet workouts for this race. He's got some tactical speed, but he is 0 for 2 at this distance, and that 138 final rating isn't close enough to beating the top contenders in this race. As I mentioned, Sistron got a 159 last time. He's going to have to run the race of his life, but he's still lightly raced. He's fresh. He's firing bullets. He comes from a good barn. If he's 5-1, could be worth a small gamble there. Number 1, American Anthem, is the more highly regarded Bob Baffert runner. 5-2 morning line, was clearly second best at Churchill Downs in a race he may have needed. That was on May 4th, and he got a 161 final rating. Maybe that final rating is a bit inflated, but he was well clear of the show finisher, and he loves 7 furlongs. He's 4 for 5 at this distance. He won the Las Barreras Stakes in 2017 at Santa Anita at 7 furlongs from the inside post. So he's got the inside post again, and he should be forwardly placed. But I'm going to go with the 7 the hardest way. 3-1 morning line. I'm not sure how far he wants to run because he hasn't run past 6 furlongs yet, but he returned from a long layoff last time out, and he looked really good winning for trainer Ron Ellis. That was at Keeneland on April 6th, 152 final rating. An excellent number there. As I said, his first try past 6 furlongs. He's going to stalk the pace. Good post position. I'll take my chances. If he can run back to that kind of race he did last time, he could beat a field like this. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, make some comments in the comment section. Who do you like for these stakes races, these Memorial Day weekend stakes races for Saturday, May 25th at Santa Anita? If you're interested in the complete digest from Santa Anita Park for Saturday, May 25th, head over to todaysracingdigest.com. You'll find that all the information that you need is in there. Workout analysis of each race, much, much more. The Today's Racing Digest speed figures. Head over to todaysracingdigest.com to pick up that complete digest from Saturday, May 25th at Santa Anita. That will wrap up this week's video. We'll be back next week with another stakes race from around the country.